And one of our viewers wants to know, so when are the Democrats going to say something against Antifa? This is the anti-fascist movement that showed up at some of the white supremacist rallies. They made such a big deal about Donald Trump in Charlottesville. Who wants to grab that?
Actually, somebody already has. Nancy Pelosi already spoke out against Antifa just recently. And in fact, it wasn't until she spoke out that Paul Ryan's spokeswoman, Ashley Strong, spoke out about Antifa yesterday, I believe it was. So,
to be blunt, they're not the same. I mean, Antifa and white supremacist movement, they're not the same. Now, if Antifa grows, if this anti-fascist movement grows, yes, it needs to be stopped. But to liken the two groups, neo-Nazis, Antifa, is I'm sorry, it's just not the same.
Yeah, they're not the same, although...
but you don't want to, and I'm not condoning anybody putting down somebody's right to speech.
Well,
no question about that.
There's been some violence, too.
Yes.
Right. The Antifa handbook that's out right now by the professor from, was it Brown? There's some troubling things about what he's written, sort of a justification for violence, making a number of comparisons between what's going on now and what happened in Nazi Germany in the 30s. I think those situations are not very parallel, so the justifications for violence aren't really necessary or aren't even legitimate. So I think there's room for criticism depending on exactly what they do. But
it shouldn't distract from the essential.
Right, from the essential issue that was raised. I mean, because there's an attempt to try to make those two on the same parallel, the white supremacists and Antifa. And they're
simply not.
Right.
I mean, but again, people have to have a First Amendment right to speech. You can't shut people down, people's right to speech. As horrific as the white supremacist speech would be, if there's a permit, they have a right to do it.